Gauranga, Gauranga. Hare Krishna. I'm trying to, some reason it's not appearing on my timeline. Here it is. Okay. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Okay. All right. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. That's a veggie burger. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gaur Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gaura Chandra. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, 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 Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jaya Jaya, Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Ah. Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinda. Ooh. Ah. Lord Chaitanya is intense. Ah. Ooh. Wow. Ah. Mm. Mm. Ah. Let's see here. Magic Leela, Majikanda, chapter 9. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Majikanda, chapter 9. This is the 21 hours of ecstasy. Yeah, the 21 hours of ecstatic worship of the Lord. At the end of that 21 hours, the devotees they were exhausted. They were so ecstatic. They asked the Lord to recede a little bit. They asked Adwaita to tell the Lord to recede a little bit. His ecstasy is so intense. That's what I feel with the chanting. It's really intense. It takes a while. You got to build like some kind of spiritual muscle or something. And, whew, yeah. Whew. Okay. So anyway, let's read a little bit. Now here are some stories about Sridhar. No. Lord Chaitanya, the Lord of Vaikuntha, was sitting on his throne. His body was covered. His body was covered with sandalwood paste and nicely decorated with fragrant flower garlands. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. One of his dear servants was fanning him. Another arranged his hair. Some others were preparing betel and offering it to him. Many more were dancing in ecstasy around him. The passing of the entire day and the passing of the entire day and how the darkness of that night stole in and went unnoticed. Then suddenly realizing that it was night, the devotees got busy lighting up the lamps and offered them in worship to the lotus feet of the Lord. They began to perform kirtan, playing kartals, gongs, conch shells, mridanga, drums, and stringed instruments. The Lord continued sitting in a benevolent mood, but remained silent in spite of all the various activities of the devotees. The devotees offered different kinds of flowers at his lotus feet and prostrated themselves. Krishna. The devotees offered different kinds of flowers at his lotus feet. Where are you guys from? I mean, your love, dedication towards Hindu God. Not a Hindu God. Hindu God. He's Lord Caitanya. He's the God of. He's the God of all gods. He's the master of the universe. He's the darling son of Sachi Devi. Right, Govinda? He's the Lord of Jesus, man. My worries have went far, far away. Govinda's too. We don't have any worries, man. We live in a life of bliss. Ever increasing ecstatic ecstasy. We're very wealthy, very rich. And some others here too. We found the pearl of great price. And we're casting it to others like a flower, like the bouquet. When one is married, when there's married, they throw the bouquet out. Whoever catches it gets married, and that's what we do. We threw this bouquet of roses out there. We're married. We just throw the bouquet out there. Whoever catches it gets married to the Lord, like we are. It becomes happily ever after. Truly, true love. No, no, not just for the life, forever. Ever after. Oh Lord, the Lord prostrated themselves before him, saying, "Oh Lord, protect me." Some devotees prayed to the Lord with great humility. Others were singing loudly in praise of the Lord. Jubilant calls and shouts and cries were the only sounds one could hear. During these moments, everyone in the assembly experienced uh, such indescribable and wonderful, elated feelings that they felt immediately transported to Vaikuntha. See, and so that's what we're offering the world here, to feel those elevated, elated, extraordinary feelings just by chanting Lord Chaitanya's names and pastimes. This extraordinary bliss, this protection, this this wonderful shower of blessings, yeah, which only comes through his authorized representatives. Yeah. Whew. In this way, the Lord exhibited elated feelings that they were felt immediately transported to Vaikuntha. And so that's what people don't experience. They don't know what is Vaikuntha. What is it? What is the experience of the atmosphere of Vaikuntha? We're in the material atmosphere of what? We go in different atmospheres. A city atmosphere. It's got an atmosphere, right? Kind of passionate. You go up into the mountains and you got a kind of a peaceful atmosphere up there, quiet, more quiet usually. See, different atmospheres. There's a kind of an experience of that we get through our senses. See? But there's an atmosphere called Vaikuntha or Vrindavan atmosphere. See? It's an atmosphere that you can experience with the awakened spiritual senses. See, that's what we do here. We awaken the spiritual sense so you can begin to perceive the spiritual atmosphere of Vaikuntha and beyond, actually. It's very blissful, very elated, exalted, rapturous feelings. So you don't have to wait for any Christian rapture to come where you're going to see these material bodies rapture. You're going to come here and you're going to get your spiritual body raptured. You don't have to wait for anything. Really just wait around here a little bit, get a little purified, get some of the little devils out of you, maybe, and you know, and then you'll be in your spiritual body will awaken and you'll enter a rapturous state daily. See, and that's the life of Riley. How would you like to live the life of Riley? The life of Smiley. So people smile a lot in these parts here in their worship of Krishna. They get a little intoxicated. Yeah. See, that's the Vaikuntha atmosphere. This is called darshan. When I was in Tirumalai, I can't even say the darn thing. Tiro, anyway, that Tiro place, we just call it Tiro down in South India. All the Mayavadis go there. And every day, everybody goes for darshan of these persons who represent Brahman. See, they're all uh, represent Brahman. So you go there, you get darshan. And basically, if a person is meditating on Brahman, they reflect Brahman to you, and you get a kind of like a little high, a little bit like that. They call that darshan. Okay? So it's very powerful. And if you realize Brahman and you're meditating on Brahman, and then you go out, they open the curtain, and you're just sitting there smiling at people. See? And or actually not so much this kind of thing. And that's their darshan. That's the idea when you go see the deities, you get darshan of the deities. And there's some happiness there and everything. But the best darshan of all is the devotee who's meditating not on Brahman, but on the supreme Brahman, which is the Lord in his Bhagavan pastimes, on his name and qualities. The ecstasies is extraordinary and the most beautiful and the most purifying just to see it. People don't know the value of that. If all these gurus, that's why I use them just to paint a really clear picture of this. If these gurus are doing all their teaching and everything and knew the value of seeing a devotee in ecstasy, and here devotees in ecstasy, they're not just one, we have quite a few now. They can get more purified just by seeing one darshan of a devotee in ecstasy than going seeing the deity for so many times and so many times, just because the devotee is where the living God actually is expressing more powerfully. See, because you go to the deity, you don't see any tears in the deity's eyes. You don't see the expressions of the deity. When you see a devotee, you're seeing the deity expressing through them. You're seeing the actual Lord's characteristics as more purifying, more powerful. You can go your whole life just worshiping the deity. Did you want to say something there, Govinda?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to
go ahead.
say, that's how it was when I was with you in my form. I didn't see the kind of stuff. I didn't need to. I mean, there was no desire to. I was with you in the morning and the evening, and that's that verse in Shrimad Bhagavatam. My deity purifies after a long time. My holy place is a pilgrimage. I took pilgrimage to you, and one time when I was with you in the kitchen at Nottingham, I realised, whoa, chopping veg again, like I was when I had darshan of Krishna, but I realized you were the darshan of Krishna. You would give me that deeper understanding than seeing Krishna. A lot of people see Krishna, I saw Krishna, but what did it do for me? It was beautiful, but you give me the deeper understanding and relationship. I saw Krishna, but I still fell into the material world of drinking and all the rest of it and all that stuff. You took me out of it. Yeah.
That's transcendental knowledge. See, that's the idea where that these are principles that are taught in this book. When Lord Chaitanya saw the ecstasy in a devotee and the devotee saw the ecstasy in Lord Chaitanya, they said, "My goodness, how fortunate we are to see the ecstatic symptoms of a devotee." Because Krishna is very merciful to us. Now Krishna will never leave us. And because nobody knows the actual character of God unless you see it expressed in this world, either through the Lord when he's here, rarely, personally, or through the devotee, which is more probable now. Otherwise, you got to wait a long time for his scheduled incarnations. You so that is so important because now you get to know the actual character of the Lord. That's why it's so powerfully purifying. That's why it causes stuff to come out of people. It's very strong. And even out of gurus and sannyasis and all that, because usually they're still doing the varnashram dharma purification level, which is still material. You very slow purification. Purified by rules and regulations and austerities. Very slow purification because they don't get very ecstatic doing it. It's kind of more of a job, more of a more of a mode of goodness thing. That kind of. So it's very hard. But the devotees, they get purified themselves just by intimacy with that name. Because then for them the name is non-different than Krishna. It's just like they're kissing God, literally, with their spiritual um, form, with their spiritual awakened senses. And people need to know that. Otherwise, you don't know where is the best place to go. This is why Krishna said, the verse says, my places of pilgrimage purify after a long time, my holy rivers after a long time, but my devotees purify just by being seen. This people need to know. Nobody's teaching this. Nobody. Not one person teaches this that I've seen. Not one guru. And it is so important. And you know how I know? From not only seeing around, looking around, because even now we're so vocal and showing so much on Facebook, still nobody cares. Nobody sees that this is 100 times. Oh, sorry there, Lalita, didn't see you. This is 100 times more valuable to connect with this sangha than 1,000 radhanas. And I'm just telling you directly and frankly now. Nobody has time. You have no time to screw around, man. Whereas what I say is very true and very real, and we prove it every day. There's no ecstasy in any of those groups like this here. And this is the real thing. This is the real Krishna. This is the real Radha. This is the real ecstasy. This is the real Lord Chaitanya. This is the real grace. The holinesses are here, not there. That's just name. His holiness, her holiness. His grace. There's no grace flow. Where's the grace flowing through? Where do you see some grace, man? What does it look? Nobody knows what it looked like. If they did, they'd be here. The gurus would be here because grace is here. This is what it looks like, man. It's ecstatic. It's the atmosphere of Vrindavan.
Everyone's sheepled up. They're all sheepled. They've all
Oh,
bought the narration. Sheepled.
sheeple. Religious sheeple. Come on, man. Get off those sheep. Stop riding sheep. You know?
Oh, many lifetimes to get Krishna Prabhu. And by the way, stay at home, protect grandmother. They're the same, man. Government and politicians, same bullshit. Here, you really protect grandmother.
Come on,
21
man. That's where
generations
the
back.
life is. Don't you want spiritual life? Yeah, it's gone. I used to that same old, same old. Give me the same old rule that you do every day, every boring Bhagavatam class, boring Mangal Arti, same ritual. Purge it. Wake up, you idiot, man. He's sitting there doing the same thing, and this is going on all because he's ignorant. You're ignorant. You have no real knowledge. This is real knowledge, man. Why is Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in persons here? Persons, not just one. We are proving that we make real devotees with real devotion. And what does it look like? This. Real bhakti, real devotion, real Krishna. Yeah, everything you've been trying, you've been praying, oh Lord, please bring up a devotee, man. Well, hey, man, we got quite a few over here now. Yeah, this is the most auspicious place on the planet. Because you know why? Because the Lord is here. We show you what the Lord looks like. You guys don't even know because nobody's ever showed you. It's all been a no show. But the Lord Radha is ecstatic, man. Tears come to her eyes, and the only way you'll ever know, you'll have to see it on a devotee, not just always thinking got to wipe them or pretend you're wiping them. Well, we do. We heard devotees cry, so we'll pretend like we cry. That's so hypocritical. Some of the lies, man. I'm sick of it. You know? Yeah, you show some laughter like every day, Lalita's laughing and laughing, Johan laughing right there in front of everybody's face. See, that's Krishna laughing at your stupidity. Wake up, for God's sake. No wonder they attack Lalita because Krishna is laughing at them and they somehow know it. Ram Das Vrijavasi. Kind of Vrijavasi are you? You don't like ecstatic devotion? You're a Vrijavasi in name only. I'm just being quiet, listening now. Sri Krishna. Good, okay. Govinda, even if he doesn't say anything and I see him, I get so much in. Yeah, good. Yeah. What else? What do you got to say, Lalita? Tell them off. Tell those guys off.
I was just preaching to a Vaidi atheist. I called him an atheist and I smashed
Ooh.
it.
Atheist, yeah. Paul
Yeah,
McCarr
he had the
said that.
symptoms. He had the symptoms of an atheist.
Yeah.
He said, "You offend me because I was telling the truth. I am a devotee for 48 years." I say, "Yeah, so what? There's nothing to offend if you are not an ecstatic devotee."
Oh yeah, they don't know. See, everybody they have this thing. I have been a devotee for 40 years. Yeah, how much devotion have you experienced? We experienced more devotion in one day than you've done in 50 million lifetimes, probably. They don't even know what devotion is. They've never even experienced it. See,
He starts
devotees,
calling,
everybody
yeah.
it's a show. It's just an external show.
He
Well,
starts
anyway,
calling you a sahaja, And I say, yeah, well, if you call him a sahaja, Sahaja is a cheater. You should prove that he's a cheater, but they can't prove anything. They come with, they can't prove anything. You can't have a decent conversation with them. They are so programmed. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable. Huh?
yeah. Even
I give an
what is a sahaja? What is it? What does it mean? You should ask him. Well, what is a sahaja? What is? Why is he a sahaja?
yeah,
Yeah, just
yeah.
question these guys to
They
know.
never answer on that. Never.
They don't have any nothing in there. Empty. Everything is in name only. Just sahaja. What does that mean? Sahaja. Just tears, tears. We heard somewhere that sahajas cry. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya cried also. He's sahaja also, right? They call Lord Chaitanya sahaja
Yeah,
also.
I told him Chaitanya Sahaja as well, but
Right. Yeah.
they don't hear that. They don't read that. They continue on what they said before, and they don't listen to your answers. It's like talking to deaf people, you know. It's
That's exactly what it is. You hit the nail on the head. Talking to deaf and blind people. But anyway, still, you gotta, Jesus preached also. He knew somebody would listen. One out of thousands. Yeah. Lord, please forgive these people. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what is ecstasy. They don't know what you are, Lord. But we'll do the best we can. Wake them up. So Sim says, I don't care what other people say about you, Goharidas. Okay. I like you, and that I never met anybody who is so close to Krishna. All right. Well, Lalita, she's pretty close. She's more close, I think. I think Krishna likes her more than me. Yeah, especially Radha. But that's okay. I'll take whatever remnants I can get from the devotees here. Beggars can't be choosy. Whatever little remnant I get, some prasadam, I'll take it. In Bitcoin, they have the whales. They buy a lot of bit. They have a lot of wealth. They can just buy boatloads. Lolita's like this. She gets boatloads of ecstasy, just like a big whale. She's a bhakti whale. Big boatload. All right. So let's see here. Uh, whew, well, I think my cup is a bit full. I don't know. I'm gonna have to stop for a while and do some prescribed activities to get a little grounded. Yeah, I can't take anymore. To be honest with you, this is huge, man. This is a huge amount of bhakti, man. This is huge wealth. This is like boatloads. Yeah. So okay, we'll take a little break now, and you guys can do what you do. It's probably how late is it over there? What time is it?
8 o'clock here in the evening,
Oh wow.
and with Govind 7.
What time you usually go to bed there, Lily?
9 or 10, and then I sleep at max 2 hours, and then the night I stay awake.
You might try to do what I do. You know what I do is I go to bed now is if I get tired enough, like 7:30, because I also don't sleep. I think it must be something with the like 5Gs and 4Gs, this kind of stuff. It's messing up people's sleep cycles or something. Because a lot of people tell me that now. Very rarely. Oh, Very rarely do I see people sleep. I mean, even Maria, she doesn't sleep much. Also,
No,
everybody
no.
is.
Mm.
So you might try that if you feel a little tired or and then and try sleep a little earlier. At least you get a little more sleep. Maybe.
Yeah, but I need to be quiet during the night for my neighbors. In the night, I make a lot of noise during the day with my laughter. So at least I need to be.
Oh, really? You mean they hear that?
Can you imagine in such a building, all
Paper
little
thin
flats?
walls, huh? I guess I'm lucky on this, but I'm on the end of the building, so there's nothing out there. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, so have a nice day, everybody. Thank you very much. See you later. If you missed any of this, you watch the replay. If anybody also wants to we'll do this here. If anybody wants to leave a donation, here's the thing. Don't want to forget that. It's for those who are feeling they want to. There it is. So we'll see you later. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.